It's the blog segment. The blog. The blog.
Okay. As I always mention, the blog segment talks about things that are going on in my office. And what's going on in my office a lot recently is the private collectors for the IRS. And I was going to talk about that, and I had planned to talk about it. But something's been going. It's like I always tell people, and I tell you, the listener, that this happens in my office. It's like something comes up, and then there's like two things or three things, and it's the same issue. And all of a sudden, I haven't seen it in months, and all of a sudden, I have two people the same week with the same issue. And so here's the issue. Both of these clients are behind in their mortgage, and they've come to me for either foreclosure or loan modification or some bankruptcy help. And again, it depends on where you are and about what the remedy is that you're looking for. But here's what happened. Both of them have had personal loans or these payday loans. And when you do a lot of these personal loans or payday loans, what you agree to is that they're going to take the money right out of your bank account. So you're going to get direct deposit from your job, and your job's going to put money in the bank account, and right away these lenders take it right out, boom. And so when it's time to pay your mortgage, you don't have the money because these people are taking the money away from you. And what I want people to understand is that when you agree to allow this company to take your money from you're agreeing. It's a voluntary thing. You're signing an agreement saying, yes, you can go to my bank account and you can take the money every month as we've agreed. Okay. So here's the thing about a voluntary agreement. I can change that. I can change my voluntary. So I've given you authority to access my bank account. I can withdraw that authority. I can say, hey, I don't want you to take my. So you have to focus. And this is the point I want to get across. You need to focus on what's the most important thing. Okay, so your mortgage is the most important thing. So in one of my clients here, he got a loan modification. It reduced his mortgage. He was behind about 3 or 4 months. They reduced his mortgage by $300 a month. And he was in this, but he couldn't make the second payment. So usually when you get a loan modification, there's a trial. You have to make 3 payments, and then they'll agree to modify your loan. But he made 1 payment, but the second payment came due, and he couldn't make the payment because these payday loan people are taking all of his money out of his account, and he didn't have the money to pay the mortgage. So again, you have to focus your priorities. Your priority is your home. Yeah, I understand there's this loan and they can take action against you, but that's going to take a long time. If you fall behind in your mortgage, they will file for foreclosure and you're going to lose your home. Maybe not, but it's going to be hard, right? They're going to really put you through the ringer and it's going to cost you a lot of money. So focus on the most important thing, and that's your mortgage. So if you need to cancel your agreement with them, cancel you. They might take action against you, but you can fight that. Okay, so that's you, but you're not going to lose your home.
It really
for
comes
that.
down to having a personal decision and seeing what works and what doesn't for your family.
Well, again, it's really about focusing your resources on the most important thing. And the most important thing for most people is saving their home. And so both of these cases that I'm talking about, both told me, man, if I could just get them to stop taking the money, I could save my home. I can't pay the payments. I'm really having a problem. So my advice to people is focus. Okay. So if you've given authority for them to access your bank account, withdraw that authority. Now, sometimes it's harder to do that than you think. Because they don't want to. But there's no law that says you have to continue giving them access to your bank account. Okay, so that's what I think a lot of people don't understand. Just because you agreed to it there doesn't mean you have to continue it. And so if you're getting direct deposit, maybe you got to stop the direct deposit from your job and go get the check. Okay, so they're not taking that money. Focus on your home and your family. All this other stuff we can work out. We can renegotiate with them. You might be able to file for protection under the bankruptcy laws. You can do but at least you're going to stay current on your mortgage, and that's really important. Again, you got to prioritize what's important, and then make sure that that priority gets paid. And people don't realize, I know when you make an agreement with a payday loan or something, you have every intention to pay it. And you did kind of the math and you figure, I think I could do this. But when you start having problems, stop that payment. Focus on your mortgage. because that's the most important thing. Okay, so again, now you can whether you turn around and you file bankruptcy to avoid the judgments that might follow. What I've learned by helping people in this for a long time now, these actions take much longer than you think they do. Okay, for someone to sue you, it's not something that they just go to court tomorrow and they're going to get a judgment against you, and then they're going to start garnishing your wages. It takes time. And while it's in time, you can negotiate with them. And sometimes they'll agree to take less. Sometimes they won't. But then you always have a backdrop, which is bankruptcy. You always have bankruptcy and I always tell people, nobody wants to file bankruptcy. I get that. And I know you don't want to file bankruptcy. However, sometimes it's nice to know that that's there for you as a backup to give you a little bit of peace of mind. So I always tell people, think about the worst thing that can happen. And if the worst thing can happen is I got to file bankruptcy, if that's the worst thing that can happen to you, accept it. Okay, that can happen. And then fight like crazy not to let that happen. But you've accepted it already. So you're going to have peace of mind then, and you're going to be able to sleep at night, and you're not going to worry about it. Okay, because you're going to fight like heck to make sure that doesn't happen.
Nah, say it true. Fight like hell. That's what you're doing.
But then you're going to try to avoid it, but you always have a backdrop. So there's a way out. It's not the way you want out, but there is a way out. You're not trapped like you think you are. Okay. And here's another thing that I want you to do. If you're starting to have problems, before you borrow that money from the payday loan, call me, because maybe that's not the way you should go. So maybe there's another way out. Maybe you're getting that payday loan because you think that I got to pay this other debt. And so I'm going to get myself deeper and deeper and deeper in problems. So if you're having financial issues, call me. I'll answer your question. It doesn't cost anything. I'll do it over the phone. You don't even have to make an appointment to come in my office. So anyway, come on in. Give me a call, 312-664-6649. Prioritize. Your mortgage is the most important.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you can also go to watchtalkradio.com, or you can go over to YouTube or Facebook or Vimeo, and you can be getting a lot of this information just what Uncle. He's my uncle, not yours.
I am your Uncle Steve.
But Attorney Stephen Leahy gave, well, you can find that all chalk through the internet. So what you got to do is you got to just give Opem Tax Resolution a call, 312-664-6649, and ask, how can I find your stuff? And we'll send it right over to you, or he can answer it right over the phone. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to let the music play. Listen to our sponsors and come right back here on AM560
The Answer.